Hey guys, my name is Ian Nelson. I was a Green Beret in the military and now I'm doing science stuff. But in my free time, I like to learn about things, and I decided that I'm just going to start teaching the things that I'm learning. Um, One, in order to help me learn it better, but two, just to kind of like practice doing something that I like doing. I like teaching, I like learning. It's kind of marrying the best of both worlds. So I've been reading this book called $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozy. It's an amazing book, and it talks about how to craft an offer that is so good people feel stupid saying no to it, which I think that's a great thing because I want to make products that provide maximum value to people. And I want them to be good. So like, reading from this guy, dude, and it's amazing. I like it. If you want to get your copy of it, it's acquisition.com. And I'm just going to cover some of the things that I've read in the first few chapters. And it's pretty mind blowing, I think. Where did I put my pen? Shit, there we go. Okay, so one of the cool things, obviously this quote is like, make an offer so good, people feel silly saying no to it. That's really amazing. And why he is going with this is it's like one of the most important things that contribute to you actually making money or like having something to offer people is like, if you know what you're offering and you can package it the right way, you can package it for a really high price and make a lot more money for it. It's a much better like business strategy than just kind of like pricing yourself based off of price, the competition. It gets you out of like a one party, makes you a party one instead of like you're competing with everybody else. So one of the cool points here is he talks about the most important thing that you need to have is, if you can affect it, is have a good market, right? A great market, if you have a great market right here, it doesn't matter if you have a normal or bad offer, or if you have normal or bad persuasion skills. And he gives the the example of selling hot dogs to like 2 o'clock in the morning when the bar has just let out. There's a mob of drunk, hungry people, and it doesn't matter if you have the shittiest hot dog on the planet; they'll probably sell out of hot dogs. So a good market or a great market is ideal, right? But most of the time we have just normal markets. That is just typically what people are experiencing every day. And most markets like revolve around health and finances and relationships. And so typically our offers are going to be centered around those aspects of the market. Now, if you have a great offer, he calls it a grand slam offer. It kind of negates the other two. So like if you have a great offer, you can have normal or bad persuasion skills and still make a ton of money. And and that's basically the moral of the story. And so like the offer really, it saves you from having to spend a lot of time and energy mastering persuasion and human behavior, psychology, and all that stuff. Although those things are important and they will help, but it's far easier to put together an offer that is so good that people will just naturally want to hand you their cash. And I agree with the methodology, the mindset behind it, and that's something I'm studying, right? So he also talks about value, selling based off of value versus price. A lot of times when we put out a product on the market, typically we'll put out something, a service or a good that solves a problem. But the issue with that is that when we do that as an entrepreneur, there are a ton of other solutions. And the customer, in the eyes of the customer, they're looking at your product and then they're comparing your product with another's. Because there's so many similar solutions, it's easy to get it's called commoditization. Is naturally the highest value product when there's multiple solutions is going to be the price. The customer's naturally going to default to the lowest price to make their purchasing decision. So if you can create enough value and a great offer, then what it does is in the mind of the customer, they're not going to lump your product with another product. Even if you're selling the same solution, you've put in all these different, for example, like if I was selling firearms courses, me going to somebody's, in addition to selling the training, going to their house and selling or setting up a home defense training scenario with their custom firearm, going to the gun range to like actually get one-on-one lessons, going to their house and making sure they feel, I'm sorry, going to the gun store and making sure they feel comfortable with the perfect gun that fits their hand and they know how to use it. Like if you add all these things plus like everything else that they could ever want, then your solution is providing so much value that the customer is like, wow, I can't find this anywhere else. And they make a value-based decision versus a price-based decision. And that's pretty cool. I thought that was really neat. Another thing here that's not in this book, Russell Brunson, who I'm a big fan of, he talks about changing the perceived value of something. You can, in order to get people to pay more, you could either, what is it? Can't remember. Basically, there's like two ways to manipulate a price. Either you lower your price to make something like cheaper or more affordable, or you increase the value and you keep the price the same. And so like if you keep adding, this is basically what Alex Hormozi is saying, is like if you keep adding more valuable stuff to it, the perceived value is going up, 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 up. And then when you present the actual price that you want, maybe, hopefully a couple $1,000s per person, then you are getting the price that you want, and the customer they're perceiving that they're getting a huge deal, and they are, if you put in the work. I think that's fantastic. That's amazing stuff. The other thing too is he talks about niche pricing, and you can have the same product, and the more specialized or more specificity you get, meaning the more tailored the product is to a specific person, meaning, if you made his example in the book, he says, if you make a time management course, you can charge like $19 for it. But if you make a time management course for business salespeople, for a regular business, you can charge $97 for it, 10x the price. And then if you make it, for time management course for home and garden salesmen, because it's so specialized, you can increase more money for it. The person is feeling like that course is made just for them. And of course they're going to be willing to do that, because if they make an extra sale because of it, then it covers the cost of the course. So it's, I hope that makes sense. I don't know. Anyways, but those are some things that I learned today. Really fantastic book. I love it. I'm going to keep reading it, and I'll keep giving some highlights about it. Hopefully this is legal. I don't know why it wouldn't be legal, but I feel like I gave him credit in order to buy the book. So anyways, fantastic. Go buy the book. It's so great.